Hello, thanks for stopping by. This is kind of a mishmash video. Some new toys that I managed to pick up, and some things I bought, and also a little section on what I've been up to lately and keeping myself busy with. Uh, First thing is, my upstairs neighbor the other day took and knocked on the door, and he handed me a box full of stuff, and he says, "Here." Him and his friends were clearing out some place where the guy had just taken, moved out and left everything. And there was a bunch of electronic stuff. So he said, "Are you interested in this?" But you can see here the first thing, 28 range FET multi-tester. It looks brand new. The instructions aren't in the box and the leads aren't there, but the unit itself is absolutely spotless. It still had the original batteries in it, which really scared me when I took and opened it up because I could tell by the weight that there was batteries in it. But the original Radio Shack batteries, neither one of them leaked. And threw a battery in it, and that works fine. So that was really nice. The other thing he brought me two transistor testers. There's one new one in the box there, and there's that used one there. And there again, these both had batteries in them, old Radio Shack batteries. The date on the box is 1976. And neither one of those batteries had leaked or whatever. And now really, these are, in today's age, they're kind of useless. This is what the circuit is inside it. Basically, you take and set it up for NPN or PNP. Hook it up to the transistor, and it makes a little oscillator, and a neon light comes on that you can adjust, and then you adjust the bias on the transistor to take and see exactly where it comes on. I guess you could use it for matching transistors if you wanted to, but like I said, you really, nowadays it's more or less it'd be a collector's item, I guess, or not really useless on the bench. And the other thing that was in the box of stuff that he brought me is this power SWR tester, which is one of Radio Shack's better ones. It's 10 watt, 100 watt, or 1000 watt. And this here looks spotless too. There's not a scratch on it. It came in its box. So I can only assume, the boxes aren't in great shape. They smell of, actually they smell of engine oil. But the equipment itself all looks fine. Now, things that I got in for projects and stuff lately. First thing I got in was a set of test probes. They're solderless. They work just like the original Heathkit probes did. You feed the wire down through the top. You take the little collar off and feed the wire down through the top. And then it comes out a little hole there. You wrap it around once and put the collar back on. And the shaft of it's big enough. It's got a 2 millimeter inside diameter on the shafts or whatever. So even the heavier test lead wire should take and fit down through them. Now the funny thing about these are, here's the ad where I took and bought them. There, were 4 of them for $5.29. You can buy 2 of them for $4.29 or 4 of them for $5.29. And it really has me curious on how many people only buy 2 when it's only $1 more to get 2 more free. Another thing I picked up is this, which is a USB audio adapter. The microphone port on my laptop quit working. It's got a bad buzz in it. And I've been looking for something so I could take and use a microphone with it. And so I picked this up. I have to play around with the settings some, but it is going to work. And this is the ad from eBay on it for $12.99. The one I got, actually, I took and got off Amazon. It was only $8.99. And then the last thing I bought was a Bluetooth adapter. You know, they're a dollar. Oh, I paid $1.59. They're $1.61 now. They took one up 2 cents or whatever. I wanted something just to play around with Bluetooth, and also something where with a 3.5 millimeter to use for testing out products or whatever, so I didn't have to take and go, you know, looking for a radio with a, a plug on it every time I wanted to take and test something. And you know, I can't complain about this. For $1.59, the thing works great, as you'll see in this demo here.
Power on. Connected.
Now, as for what else I've been up to, I've been trying to take and learn as much as I can about using a program called KiCad for making printed circuit boards. Uh, you start out in this section here, drawing your schematic and get everything just right. You can take in, there's a big library of parts to take and choose from, and then you draw the connections between them. Then when you get that all the way you want it, you take and transfer all the parts to a printed circuit board, and then move them around on the printed circuit board to the order that you want, and draw the traces in for that. Now, when you're all sure that that's exactly like you want it or whatever, you can take and generate Gerber files and take and go online to JLC PCB or PCB Express, you know, one of the Chinese vendors, and get your own printed circuit boards made up. And the other nice thing about it is, once you take and you get the board, if you want to see what it's going to actually look like, they have a 3D viewer that gives you a good idea on exactly, you know, how the board itself is going to look. This here's the simple AM plus, which is what the schematic and the PCB board diagram was. That's my little AM transmitter. This is our PTR AFRF signal tracer in its original form with the 14-pin chip. And you can take them, like you see here, the board's labeled where all the connections are and everything. So you know what what everything is going to look like. And then this is a picture of the Restore Old Radio signal tracer. You know, what the board would look like for that. This is the same exact dimensions of Don's original, only transferred to you know, a regular PCB instead of using vector board. And it's really interesting, and I think it's going to, you know, help in the future to take and be able to take, you know, work on our projects together. So anyway, that's the new toys that I got and what I've been up to. So thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.